All right, so I'm here live at Metis Fest. We're here in Amsterdam, April 22nd. It's a very, very important night for Metis. They announced some really good alpha on the stage earlier. We had a few panels, had a few talks. It's a really good event. And so we're just here talking to Sperax. He was actually on the stage earlier, gave a little intro to Sperax and what they're working on. My guy Alex Shaw here. How was your experience so far tonight?
It's been amazing. I mean, the turnout was great. The talks were easy to comprehend. It was great introductory content for everyone learning crypto. And now we're having some beers and having a good time. The really important part of crypto as well, the social and the networking component.
Yeah, of course. Bringing good people together, coming together to work together, really highlighting what everyone's working on, what's going on, what's important, all that good stuff. So what brings you here tonight? What'd you talk about on stage earlier?
Yeah, so we have a new decentralized stablecoin, one that will pay holders passive income. So without having to stake or claim, they're able to capture a 11% APR. So it's effectively a high-interest savings account for crypto holders.
Good stuff. That's needed. Making DeFi easy, right?
Yeah, like DeFi is easy for you and I right now, like everyone here. Yeah. It's still complicated for us, right? Yeah. So for my parents, my family, it's nearly impossible. So we designed a product that will automate that yield-bearing component, and then it'll just airdrop you that interest on a weekly cadence without you having to do a thing. So it's like a savings account, because we don't really think that people are going to become crypto experts. We want them to just save in cash.
Yeah, that's really important. That's a lot of what we talked about earlier tonight. So sort of our panel was about cross-chain interoperability. It was bridging, liquidity transfers with Aave, Metis to bridge. Sperax also talked about an incredible product they're working on. So it's been a really good night. A lot of really good content, really showing how do we work together, how do we bridge from one chain to another, how do we help everyone have a good user experience in crypto and DeFi? I think that's the really important part. That's what everyone's really been focused on recently. It's going to be a big narrative for a while to come, so it's exciting. Yeah,
on that note, real fast, I think we've come a long way in crypto, but the next step is kind of onboarding this, phase 2 user base, which are people that may not be as nerdy as you or I, or like everyone here.
I'm not that nerdy, come on. I am a little bit. I am a pretty nerdy.
So I'm excited for the novice user to start capturing some of the value this tech provides.
The mainstream, everyone that doesn't need to give a shit about crypto, DeFi, whatever it is. Yeah,
exactly. Mass adoption, baby.
Let's do it. Hell yeah. And that's it. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Thanks, boss.
Appreciate it. All right. So I'm here with Lena. She is a governor of H.E.R DAO. So it's an incredible project working on really just helping women get into the space, mainly developers, mainly of diverse backgrounds. I'll let her explain a little bit about what she's working on and what she talked about earlier on stage on the panel.
Hi. Should I hold it? Yeah. Hi, I'm Lena. I'm a H.E.R DAO governor. My role is to actually take care of the scholars when they come here, prepare them properly. A lot of them, for them it's the first time, the first experience, so we really want to create a safe environment for them. And we also make them participate in the hackathon. And I'm also I'm a software engineer, and I'm also participating in the hackathon. And now I'm going too fast, right?
Yeah,
I'm at 5 because I want to talk about my project.
No, it's all good. No, I understand. It's an exciting project, so it makes sense.
Really cool because here on the stage, you had one panel before, and it was super interesting because it was exactly what my project is going to be about. So I actually found somebody I can talk to about all our ideas. So
who is it?
Perfect. It was the guy from the bridge.
Oh yeah. Alex is a cool guy. Yeah, he was great. He was a great panelist.
Immediately after, I was like, hey, I need your help. And so it's really I love this event. It's very good food, very good music. Yeah. And sometimes it's hard to find good food. And this is also something we talked about earlier. Because we need more women in the space, right? And if we want to also have the products be for everybody, we need to include everybody in building them. And this is why we are Builders DAO, why we bring women into the space to actually build a future that looks like us. And I feel like for Metis, it's super nice. They have like a female founder, and there's a lot of women involved in the company, and I feel like you can already see this in the food. I feel like for me this is always a very good indicator, like there's women involved in the planning, because there's like vegetarian options or vegan options, and like most of the time you just have like hot dogs or something, which is like not very inclusive as well. Also not for other religions or backgrounds or anything.
Definitely. I think the food choice was, when they said, oh, we're going to have this Lebanese kitchen come in, bring their food in, I was like, hell yeah. Like, when have I gone to a crypto event and heard them bring Lebanese kitchen in to make this really authentic food? And yeah, I mean, it was incredible. I've heard a lot of good things about the food, the DJs, the performers. I mean, all women on stage. I mean, mostly too, which is like really exciting. It's been awesome. Like having you guys come out, speaking about H.E.R. I know you guys are sort of everywhere in Amsterdam. How's your experience been in Amsterdam as well?
I've only been here for a day so far, and it was touristy and I didn't really like it, and now I have my bike and I bike everywhere. I biked here and it's amazing. I love it. I actually want to move here. It's such an amazing city. It's really, it's so much fun. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. When did you get into crypto and what originally got you in? Did anything help you? What interested you originally?
Yeah. So, as I said, I'm a front-end engineer, or like I was. Now I'm also doing Solidity and blockchain stuff, and more diverse. And so I started with it was a program to bring women into blockchain. So, and it's like by the Frankfurt School of Finance, and it just it's 100 women for 4 months, and they always meet, and the main goal is for them to build a network, and it's a lot of like expert women but also new women, and then they just it was such a great experience. And now there's 2 women they were in my study group for this project are here with me again, because we really became really good friends because we did this small study project of building our first NFT app, and then I went on and did a Solidity bootcamp with Consensus, and also sponsored through a female-led project, the Bigger Pie, and
I love the Bigger Pie.
Yes, they're amazing. Yeah, it's so cool. And then and through this, I met more and more women through this first project, and then in Consensus Bootcamp, I actually in my study group I met Tracy, who founded H.E.R DAO, and I feel like it's just these study groups in these code camps or in these onboarding workshops are so valuable also for connections and everything. And during this study group for Consensus, Tracy was she was the first person to tell me about DAOs, and now I'm a governor in the DAO she founded.
You're a governor. You made it, basically. Come on. That's
and
nice.
It was super fast because it all started 1 year ago. But my first conference or live conference was Denver. Yeah. And there I was a scholar, and now 3 months later, or 2 months later, I'm here taking care of the scholars and preparing them for the hackathons.
Hell
and everything.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's very fast.
The space moves incredibly quick. In 3 months you could be a whole new career. It's
That's why we want to get as many women as possible, super fast. This is why we don't sleep and work so much. Because
she wasn't kidding when she said you guys work the most.
It's so much, but it's so rewarding because the space moves so much, and if we don't get the women in right now, this feels like now everything important is happening, and if we don't bring the women in to be part of this is it's just not going to work to be equal this whole space. So there's
definitely
a lot of sponsorship to bring as many women in.
Yeah, sponsor H.E.R DAO. It's a great organization. Come on, Woo! Thank you so much for your time. It's great interviewing you. Yeah, have a good one. Lena, everyone, with H.E.R DAO, the governor.
It's my programmer name is Gigahertz. It's a cool name. It's
what's your Twitter?
Gigahertz. It's
okay.
Everywhere. You can find me with this name.
All right, follow. Do follow. So, we're here again. We've switched into party mode now. I don't know if you could tell, but we got some nice glasses here. The Zebu Live crew. It's sort of our idea. We like to party, so we made sure we brought the party favors. Favors. Get it? The project is called Favor. And so I'm interviewing Jonathan.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Okay. All right. Well, I'm close. So yeah, just gonna do. Yeah, just would like to know how have you experienced the night? How's it been? You meet some cool people. How's it been?
Yeah, I think it's been a really great night. Like most of these parties, you have no idea actually who organized them and what they actually do. So it was actually very refreshing to see the panels in the beginning. And we're building a decentralized social app, so actually there were a lot of very interesting insights for us. For example, about cross-chain linking between governance votes is something that we probably want to actually take into use. So we got some very interesting connections out of that. Already met a couple of investors here as well, so definitely one of the better events. Plus the food was awesome.
All right, one of the better events. We will write that down and keep that as a good quote right there. Nice. So we'd love to know a little bit more about what you're working on, what brought you here tonight, what brought you to Amsterdam, and yeah, just give us a little insight. I'll let you take the mic from here.
Yeah, so what we're actually doing at Favor, we're building... Yeah, little closer, nice. Here, is this perfect? Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, so at Favor, what we're doing is we're building a decentralized social app on top of Aave's Lens protocol. So that essentially allows the users to genuinely own their profiles and their follow relationships and their posts as NFTs. But on the front end side, you're not going to know the difference. So you just choose a username and everything else happens in the background. Plus there's a dual token economy, so you're actually earning valuable tokens for your contributions and sharing the ownership in the DAO in the background. So if you're an active user now, you're actually going to be essentially an early shareholder like you would be in Facebook back in the day.
All right, that early shareholder in Favor, it sounds like a good thing to me. I mean,
we should get you the tokens.
All right, let's get everyone here some tokens. That sounds good to me. Nice, yeah. How have you liked Amsterdam so far? What are some of the cool things you've done, and what makes this event maybe stand out a little bit more over the rest?
Yeah, Amsterdam is always a really great city, so I had already forgotten how much fun it is. I've been here a few times before. This is actually...
You're having fun.
Yeah, this is the first time somebody gave me DIY glasses at the beginning of a party. My co-founder just told me I look like a lamppost, so you can actually pick me up from anywhere in the party with these. It's very convenient. But yeah, Amsterdam is amazing, and I think what kind of set this one apart from the others, really, the venue works really well where you can actually have these talks outside. That's one of my pet peeves, when the music is so loud everywhere that you can't actually network. Like, most people are still here to meet great people, and if the music is too loud, you can't do that. Plus, as I mentioned, the food. Yeah. And of course, the amazing host of the panel.
Oh, come on now. Don't stroke my ego too hard. Well, thanks, man. It was great. It was great getting to get to know you a bit more, and glad you had a good night. Yeah, have a great rest of your night for sure.
Awesome. Thanks.
Nice. We're gonna have H.E.R DAO now. It's a women-focused, women-formed developer group, and yeah, they're gonna come up and just give a little intro about themselves, what they're working on, and yeah, some very exciting stuff. So, thanks everyone. H.E.R DAO.
Hi everybody. We have fans. Okay, cool. So, let me introduce myself. My name is Tracy Bowen. I'm the founder of H.E.R DAO. And H.E.R DAO, yeah, right on! And H.E.R DAO is a women-focused developer DAO. Our mission is to increase inclusion and diversity in the Web3 space. We've done a lot of hacker houses now. We're only like 4 to 5 months old. We've sent hundreds of women to ETH conferences. We hand out travel scholarships, and we're just now expanding, making deals with very big companies and regional DAOs. We're doing a lot of regional DAOs now. But I'm going to introduce my fellow governors. So please introduce yourselves.
I'm on now. Okay, awesome. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Hope you're all well. So my name is Oyin Adebayo. I am one of the H.E.R DAO governors, but I'm also building a dApp called Neo, and essentially it's a dApp that allows you to mint fashion, hair, and beauty pictures as NFTs and be able to get them as products and services. So that's me.
So hi, everyone. Welcome to the H.E.R DAO panel. My name is Yeep. I'm responsible for partnerships and strategy at H.E.R DAO. And I actually love to see so many women here. When you meet women across the different venues and side events, most likely they come from us. Come talk to them and understand, what drives women, what brings us to the ecosystem, how you can engage with us, so that we can all build the Web3 future together.
Hi, I'm Lena. I'm a software developer, and I am also a DAO governor, and I'm responsible for the scholars, bringing them to the events, organizing them, and also preparing them for the hackathons. I'm also participating in a lot of hackathons, or I love hackathons. I'm now participating as well. And I really love winning, so we will have some questions for you later, some of you, so please, we're looking forward to meeting all of you.
Awesome. So it's so awesome to share the stage with women. I feel like every time I listen to women, it's always refreshing because we bring a breath of fresh air to the space. So I'm going to ask my fellow panelists questions about kind of onboarding women into the Web3 space. So I'm going to start off with Tracy. So why is it important for women to be in this space?
Well, there just aren't enough of us, basically. There isn't a very wide kind of, there isn't a very good gender balance when you come to these conferences. It's largely just kind of, overpopulated with men. And some women don't find these spaces very welcoming. And I think there's so many opportunities for women to increase their career opportunities, to increase their economic status, and to actually gain intergenerational wealth. So it's super important. It's quite an urgent thing, actually, to include women in these spaces. But I think the good thing with H.E.R DAO is that, we're not waiting for people to kind of include us. We're just including ourselves. We're, kicking the door down. Yeah! And, a lot of people, ask us how we're raising all this money. The simple answer is we ask people. We just ask people for money. But, the people that are investing in us know the value that we bring to their projects, right? H.E.R DAO are full of super talented, super bright women. And, it's kind of one of the pleasures, really. We all work super, super hard. We're literally the hardest working women in crypto right now. But, it's so rewarding because a lot of women have changed their lives through the programs that we do. And we're just about to ramp up, actually, as if we could ramp up any more. We're just about to ramp up our activities and do more hacker houses and more scholarships more often. But, it's important to see and know the vision. So we're funneling women into the Web3 space so they can become builders. The builders will then become founders, and the founders will then become investors. Yes. And this is an important part of the equation, right? Because women have to start investing in women, and then we will see enough meaningful structural change.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. Really powerful. I'm going to move on to Lena. So actually, I'll add a bit of comment to what you just said there, Tracy, in terms of I feel like women just are hard workers, and we're used to spinning a lot of plates, and we're used to multitasking in a space that's so new, like the Web3 space. Actually, that skill set is really important. So not including women is actually a disbenefit to us in terms of making sure that we actually scale this space a lot further. But let me move on to Lena. So Lena, obviously, I like to call Lena the ops mom. She's got this nickname in her DAO as the ops mom. So she's the one that literally brings all the scholars together. So Lena, tell me a little bit about what you've learned when it comes to actually onboarding women. So you do a lot of work with engaging with the women. What are the challenges that you've seen when it comes to actually including women in this space? I could say a few things, but I'll let you speak.
Thank you. Yeah, what we do is in real life onboarding. There's a lot of onboarding into Web3 platforms, but bringing women to conferences, I feel like it just it fastens the process like this. Like they get like just talking to people about different stuff. Like I came to Denver with H.E.R and I didn't really know what a DAO was, but everybody was talking about DAOs. So I found out what is a DAO just through talking to people. And what are the challenges actually? Why do we need to have these scholarships, right? Because a lot of women don't have the financial capital to actually take a week off, to pay for transportation, to pay for hotel, to probably also pay for Uber, to get from place to place. Like here, nothing is really central, and so this is already a huge help to these women to just have the opportunity to come here. Sometimes the tickets for the conferences are super expensive, but also for example, DevConnect is a very good example of how inaccessible the space still is. There are so many side events. People that are very new to the space don't know for what events to sign up. They don't know the names of the companies. They don't really understand which summits or which smaller conferences are about what, and they get really lost and also really shy. So we have these hacker houses also to give them spaces to feel safe, to be around women, and then we invite people for them to network, for them to meet in our hacker houses that are our events for investors, for people that look for employers, but they are also for our scholars to get to know the space in a safe environment actually. Yeah. And I think other challenges, it's just challenges that just keep updated on Eventbrite, how to know how to navigate Telegram. We have a brochure that we send out, and it will get longer and longer because so many of the women that come with us are very new to the space. They don't have Twitter, they don't use Telegram. They just they don't know this super easy trick to taking a picture with someone when you meet them, because it will be too many people at one point. And we just try to facilitate this whole information and make this whole process for them, take away these first steps and make it easier for them to enter the space.
I love it. Thank you so much. I think I was going to ask you a follow-up question, but I want to let Yip speak as well. But one of the things I think I've been in this space for less than 5 months. And just like you, when I came to the conferences, I was really confused straight away. But because I'm quite quick at picking things up, I was able to pick things up quickly. So it still shows how not inclusive the space can be. And if we want to scale Web3, we have to actually start thinking about using languages that is relatable to the masses. But anyway, Yip is partnerships, so she makes things happen. What have you learned from navigating? What have you learned about the right sponsor? What does a right sponsor look like for her DAO? How does the right sponsor engage with us? How does the right sponsor contribute? How does the right sponsor actually support her DAO and its movement? And what should they be doing from a sustainable perspective?
Wow, that's a really tough question. So in general, the principle in H.E.R DAO is we are zero exclusive. So if someone wants to contribute, truthfully contribute to our ecosystem, we're more than happy to welcome them. So no justification, no need to qualify as being, somebody special. For us, counts as the will to contribute, and then, what the value add in the ecosystem. So what we've seen is that now more and more women that come from our different channels that have undergone certain education programs that we've offered to them are graduating, building the ecosystem, getting placed into companies, into positions where they can have a budget overview, and then they reinvest the money into sponsoring. And what we look for is to work with partners who don't see women just as decoration, right? So many events, when you go to the different conferences, there's 5% women. So all the parties, they might be super amazing, but actually, who wants to be stuck on a boat 3 hours only with men? Not even the men want that. So basically, there's a need, right? There's a systemic need to bringing women in. And we think that equity is actually a result. It's a result of a process that we call equitability. So how can our partners actually help us skill up, help us bring competences and abilities to the ecosystem as fast as possible, because every day in crypto, every day that we don't involve half of the population, we're just widening this gender equity gap, right? So, welcome all to join us.
I love that. Thank you so much, Yip. I think also, I mean, I'd like to add to that as well in terms of it's not just about a tick box exercise. It's not just, okay, I'm just gonna, say I'm gonna do something and then not do it. Say I'm gonna support women and then not actually put my mouth and my contribution, my energy where my mouth, my energy where my mouth is, essentially, and also sometimes your money. So actually, a lot of times your money. It's really important that we actually care about this cause and we actually see the benefit and actually get educated on why this is important. Now, let's move forward quite quickly. So what are the plans for H.E.R DAO? How do we want this to scale further? How do we want to reach more people? I mean, right now, we obviously have lack of representation of women in this space, but I'm really passionate about black women specifically because I'm a black woman. I still don't see enough black women in this space. How do we actually make sure that we can scale H.E.R DAO further and actually reach as many women from diverse backgrounds as possible? So I'll give that straight. Anyone else can also answer afterwards as well.
Well, as I said earlier, we're doing a regional DAO program so we can really focus on local initiatives. And those local initiatives can be energized and activated by the women in those locations on the ground. So it's not just us kind of flying in, kind of like doing our thing and then leaving. We can actually really make a difference in a lot more locations, and we can decentralize like that. So more people are like doing the work. So we've just set up H.E.R DAO Latam. Yesterday, we just initiated H.E.R DAO Korea with like the lead of Avalanche in Korea. We're doing H.E.R DAO Nigeria. We'll be doing H.E.R DAO Caribbean. And, I think regional DAOs is a really, really good way to actually, get as many women globally involved as possible.
Awesome. What are your thoughts?
So like in my experience or my goal for like H.E.R DAO and like in general, like I'm a female developer and I find it super, like for me, every time I meet another female developer, I'm so happy and they are so happy and it's really, really nice. But I also realize a lot of female developers, they have like a different path when it comes to, like, they did not study computer science. Most of them took a code camp and then entered the space in a different way. And if they studied computer science, they know the theory, but practice is often missing, and they still need a lot of guidance. And the same happened to me. I studied computer science, and after that I did a code camp because I did not learn any, like the tools, the basic tools I would just need to be a good developer. And so I really want to like create a network for a female developer where that's like a really great mentorship program, because I feel like women learn different or ask different questions. I mean, for me, Stack Overflow is something where I read, but where I don't post my questions in, because I don't know, I never dare to do that. Or like I was always like, I'm gonna find it out by myself. And, or I'm gonna ask a friend. And I feel like to me, already, like, I'm not a senior developer, but a lot of women I was in courses with, they are reaching out to me because I'm already like more knowledgeable than they are, and I'm the person they feel most comfortable in reaching out. So I think it's very, very important to create a network of women in mentorship where women also feel comfortable in reaching out, asking their questions, and there's like a support system. And yeah, being at these conferences is so great to like meet also like senior women, and they are so open to helping. And yeah, it's just been a very amazing experience. And just like from the scholars' perspective, like I feel like for them, it's also sometimes the first time they're actually like doing their own small projects and getting this hands-on experience. And even though they sometimes already work with stuff, it's their first time working with GitHub. And I don't know, I feel like we really prepare them for how to actually create their own project and become a builder. And I think that's very, very valuable. And I'm looking forward to doing this more often.
So for us, also the bottom line counts, right? It's not only about nice CSR, but it's really about what is the impact that you're having. In H.E.R DAO, we're also tracking impact not only by the number of scholarships we give out for women to come to the conferences and learn fast, but actually also how many hackathons do we win? How many bounties do we win? We had quite a few successes in Denver, Avalanche Summit. I'm going to have a delegation of a few teams signing up for Amsterdam hackathon, so let's see how that goes. But it's really like, let's have the facts speak for us, not only the words. And then secondly, when you think about it in a roadmap, hopefully we can get sorted to get the H.E.R DAO token launched very soon. We want everyone to have a stake in the economy that is driven by women, or everybody who associates and wants to be a supporter of a female-led economy. And finally, actually, when you think about it, it would be super amazing to have a group of people, like actually that's what we're going to do. We're going to reach out to every protocol, every project, every like layer one and whatever is out there to get a commitment that these people do care about equitability or a world of equity and do set the resources aside to support and build that future together.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. My last question, before we kind of hand over to the audience for any questions, is how important is it for women-led projects to be killing it in this space? I mean, Metis is founded by a woman. How important is it for women-led projects to really be in this space?
It's super important. I mean, I can answer that by saying my favorite thing about this trip is that we facilitated for 2 mothers to bring their children to Amsterdam and actually attend sessions and actually be a part of. And like that wouldn't have happened if we hadn't given them scholarships and we hadn't, provided that kind of space. And like, I want us to kind of like do more of that stuff, So when you get women-led ventures, you get, a certain, a kind of like intuition about what a woman needs, and I think we can really, really do great things in this space, and I'd like to just see more of that. But I was really, really happy that like a little baby was in our session today, and yeah, that's kind of real life.
I think just to add to that, one of the things that I think it's really important when it comes to projects that have been built by women is that we actually understand life beyond just developing. We think about the user a lot of times, and actually think, how will the user feel when they kind of interact with this? What's the user experience? What's the user interaction? So maybe the more women we onboard onto this space, the quicker Web3 we scale. I think that's just my message, I guess, for this panel. But yeah.
Yeah, I think just in general, like if we don't have women-led projects in this space, we will not build products for women. That's easy like that, right? Like it will be so much harder.
Yeah, that means also half of the market potential is unaddressed. But actually also when you think about CoinMarketCap and you scroll through the list of all the big projects, we're still having the opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to build the next, or to curate, or to train, or develop the next Vitalik. Right? There's no single woman that you could say, wow, that woman has reached the level of expertise, such as one of the more common names, I think Polkadot, Gavin Wood, Cardano, James, Charles Hoskinson, Ethereum, Vitalik, right? And we don't yet have a female name. But the cool thing is in crypto, the industry is so young that actually if we start today, like in a few years of time, we do have these once-in-a-lifetime leaders. And I think we're here to create the foundations or the fertile playground for this to emerge.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you so much, everybody. for joining this panel. I'm not sure if we have time
we have like 1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute. But like, I just want to say, everyone talks about mass adoption and kind of onboarding the next kind of billion users, but they don't talk about inclusion. They have zero strategies for doing that. And if you don't include women, how are you going to get there, right? So, there is a method to this madness. But, I'm so excited for H.E.R DAO. I think it's going to make a great impact in the crypto space. And thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
In this video, you'll meet SperaxDAO, who joined us at our first ever Metis Fest. Sperax is a unique stablecoin protocol that offers the economic benefits of investing for users who don't have the crypto savvy to stake for themselves. Instead, Sperax users can hold a stablecoin to save like they would cash while receiving automatic airdrops of interest payments at a rate of 11% APY. Keep watching to learn how it works.
So hello, everyone. My name is Alec. I'm from the core team at SperaxDAO. And it's a US dollar protocol, except we have a very unique feature. So it's just like the dollar, but we forked out inflation. So what the hell does that mean, right? I have a couple notes on my phone, so bear with me. So basically, it's called USDS. It's a decentralized stablecoin. And the decentralized stablecoin pays passive income to anyone that's holding it at a rate of 11% APY. So basically, this allows for the end user to save in cash, because our general thesis at Sperax is that the end holder of stablecoins, they're not going to become investing experts or crypto experts overnight. So what they need to do is save in cash, but get the economic benefits of investing. So how the heck does that work, right? And let's just talk about what's going on under the hood real fast. So instead of cash in bank accounts, like the USDC or the Circle model, we actually use on-chain collateral. So you don't have to trust any sort of sketchy auditing system. Everything is 100% on-chain all the time. So we've actually taken the best parts of Maker, which is the on-chain collateral, and we've combined it with the best parts of the Terra UST system, which is the algorithmic component, and we combined the two. So we get the peg stability from on-chain collateral, but we get the scalability benefits of being an algorithmic stablecoin. So we're hyper-stable, yet hyper-scalable. That's not so important. The really important part is that all of our on-chain collateral is invested into other DeFi protocols. So what that means is the end user, without having to stake or claim, is going to get passive income directly into their wallet. So right now, crypto works really well for everyone in this room, right? For us, it's simple. Hey, let's just put our stablecoin into Curve. But for my mom, my sister, my grandparents, that's just not possible. So thanks to SperaxUSD, this user can hang on to just a stablecoin, what feels like a savings account, and they don't have to bother with the claiming, the staking, or anything. They simply get airdropped their interest payments at a rate of 11% APY. So we've been on mainnet for roughly 3 months. We have 30 million TVL. And now we're in a growth phase. So if you run a DeFi protocol or any crypto protocol and you're interested in seeding liquidity, so if you want people to trade your token, you should talk with me. Because what we'll do is we will incentivize your users up to 10% to use our stablecoin as your trading pair. So what that means is your user will put in $9 but get $10 worth of an LP position. So this is our big bootstrapping campaign, and we view this as a very new economic primitive, and we welcome partners to join the party. If you're looking to seed liquidity or participate in an internet bond, we're your protocol. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Our protocol again is Sperax. It's app.sperax.io, SPERAX. And don't hesitate to reach out to participate in the bonding campaign. All right, I won't hold you any longer. Thank you so much for the time, everyone, and let's get to partying here very soon.
In this video, you'll hear from MetaSpace, who joined us at our first ever Metis Fest. MetaSpace is bringing NFT utility right to your fingertips. Their mobile app allows users to create NFTs instantly from a cell phone, bridging the user-friendly gap for artists and creators who don't know where to start in Web3, and positioning them for major community growth with their solution for interoperability. Keep watching to learn more.
Hey everyone, I hope you're having an amazing time at the conference the last few days. We're only Friday, and we felt a little bit tired this morning, so I'm hoping to leave you all with a little bit of sparkle to kind of bring you into the rest of your weekend, all the way to Rave on Sunday, you know, because we all love a little bit of sparkle on the dance floor, right? Yeah. My name's Aaron Taylor. I'm the CEO and co-founder of MetaSpace. Thank you. We are so excited about being launched on Metis. We are a mobile NFT marketplace that is essentially been built for any Web 2 and Web 3 user to use it without having any prior experience or knowledge of the crypto and blockchain industry. We have essentially designed it to look very similar to Instagram, except instead of actually clicking plus on your photos, you are able to create NFTs instantly on your cell phone. So the whole purpose of us doing this is because we at MetaSpace are absolutely obsessed with interoperability. We had some amazing talks earlier today talking about the technical components of interoperability, but from a non-technical perspective, if we don't get a bunch of our Web 2 users into the Web 3 universe, we're going to consistently keep failing at launching amazing technical projects that actually are not scalable or supportive of people who know nothing about the blockchain industry. So that's where we came in. And one of the biggest pieces that we've been seeing in the NFT space right now is that, you know, the last 12 months we've been looking at a lot of collectibles, a lot of digital art. We are seeing something completely different as it relates to both the clients that we have currently onboarded within our platform, and also in the next sort of 6 to 8 months, the music industry is completely turning their heads to the NFT space. This is not because they're necessarily just concerned about missing the boat. They've realized that they already have missed it, and that if they don't get into it right now, they're going to be sitting on the side of their tables wondering why all their clients are no longer attached to these 50-year licensing agreements that mean absolutely nothing to no one else. So we have a couple of very large clients that we will be dropping with our marketplace coming into the next 3 to 6 months. One of them you may or may not recognize in this screen, Claptone. Claptone and their business is a part owner of our platform, as is Pasha and a couple other large venue facilities based out of Ibiza. We have 2 residencies coming out this summer, both High Ibiza and Pasha, starting May 15th. Everyone who's actually here today, if you have a chance to scan the QR code on the banner at the front, we are going to be giving you guys first access to Claptone's first NFT on our platform. I was asked to kind of bring some swag, but you know, unfortunately, I'm a procrastinator and didn't have enough time to bring you any swag, so that's the swag I'm giving you. So hopefully you get a chance to scan it. Okay, thank you. We are absolutely excited about the fact that next stages in this space, we're going to be looking at dropping a number of different types of NFT structures, including albums, singles, short films, video clips, entire Rolodex of products that are coming from high-end brands, specifically One Hotels that will be dropping a number of NFTs attached to their future hotel launches. We're really focused on the consumer-based NFT market, not collectibles or digital art. It's all about creating hundreds of thousands of the same NFT and being able to give it out to individuals at a very small cost. This is why we decided to list off of Metis, which is a very great, amazing company, very close to us. And we see some amazing opportunities by the scalability of their blockchain and the fact that their gas fees are so damn cheap. So we're really excited about listing and having you guys all a part of our new community. We will be dropping a token coming into the next 3 to 6 months with some of our featured artists that we are leading with, including Amy Winehouse, Clapton, and David Bowie. So please, everyone, hopefully I can see you all on the dance floor the rest of this evening. If I haven't met you already, consider us friends. Have an amazing night, and let's talk about NFTs.